You already know who it is.
Breath of fresh air. Breath of fresh air. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Welcome to
And we
this.
are not giving a shout out to Salento because he sucks.
Yeah, all right, cool. So yeah, yeah, that song is actually pretty garbage, but I just for whatever reason I like the beginning of it. You already know who it is, and I can do I can do the high pitched voice for whatever reason.
Dude,
So
it's like 20 words. That's it.
that's it. And whipping and nanaying.
Yeah, that's it. Watch me whip.
Watch me nana.
What the hell is a nene?
I don't know, man. I've seen the dance. I think I could do it. Like if I stood up, we're gonna have to post another YouTube video of us dancing to it or something. But
I'll do it. I'll do it.
No,
I don't care.
you ain't doing it.
I'll do it. No, I will. I'll whip a nene all day long. I'll whip a
Yes, sir.
nene. You probably don't want to see it, but I'll whip a nene right now.
But you whipping nene all day long. Okay.
I'm in my pajamas right now. You just have to see me whipping nene in my pajamas.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I mean, save for another show, like when we get on Showtime or something. But
Okay. Well, if I do it on Showtime, I'm doing it naked.
Yeah, all right, cool. Well, whatever. Skinamax, Showtime, whatever.
Hey,
but
as long as I get to show my ass, I'm good.
Well, welcome to this Breath of Fresh Air webcast. I am Charles Taylor, and you have met Patrick Brackett by now. So
I'm right here.
Yes, sir. And so let's talk about the review. So we're going to start off with the college review, talk about the NFL action from last weekend also, probably talk about the Indianapolis Colts and their dysfunction, and we'll also talk about the struggles of the University of Miami football program, along with the Louisville basketball schedule. We haven't had the chance to touch on that, so we're going to touch on it during this webcast. So Patrick, let's start with the college football review. What were your takeaways from this past weekend?
Well, one of the games that I really I paid a lot of attention to because I talked to you about it. It's two games actually. I talked to you and I said, watch out for Duke and Virginia Tech. And I said Virginia Tech could get Duke. They could. I didn't say they were. They could. And they went into 4 overtimes before Duke actually got to put them away. So Virginia Tech, man, I watched a little bit of the game. I actually watched most of the third quarter, fourth quarter, and then all 4 of the overtimes. And Virginia Tech they were on point, man. They were coming to beat Duke. And they should have beat them. They should have beat them in regulation, but they just couldn't put it away. That was one game. And then the other one was the Auburn-Arkansas game. That was another 4 overtime game. And again, Arkansas pulled it out, man, but Auburn should have won that game. Auburn should have won that game. They came in, first 2 quarters, both teams played like crap. Well, let's be honest. They didn't really play football until the first overtime actually started. And then they all decided that they just want to play football now. But I mean, it was a good game. It was a nail biter. I mean, I was kind of on the edge of my seat for both of those games. And then the one game that I was really looking forward to was Alabama and Tennessee. I watched that game. Tennessee, they played pretty good. I think Alabama just played way under what they normally would play because mostly they're getting ready for that LSU game that they got next week. So I think that Tennessee-Alabama game became a little better game than it probably should have been. But, I mean, I said Tennessee was going to give them a run for their money, and it happened the way I thought it was going to happen.
Well, we sat there, we talked about the college football schedule from last weekend off net, and we both said there wasn't really a lot of games that stood out, but we also said there was it was one of those weekends where a lot of crazy things could happen. And you saw with those things, Florida State went down to Georgia Tech. That we figured that would be a tricky
one
for Florida State.
Yeah, I called that game. I called that game.
So you
get some.
So Georgia Tech was able to pull that out on a crazy play, block field goal. You run it back for a touchdown. Yeah. So the Florida State went down. And
Wow.
yeah, and Patrick, Utah went down to your favorite team.
Dude, there was some money under the table. That had to be.
But the crazy
Talking
thing
about
about that, well, a lot of people had Utah as the underdog for that game, and I don't know. I mean,
California had Utah as the underdog for that game.
well, I mean, even the odds makers had them as underdogs. So, I mean, I
Everybody
think,
pulled crap then.
well, hey, look, man, if the odds makers had them as underdogs, then hey, it was pretty legit. You have to give them, you have to give the odds makers credit, and apparently, in this case, they saw what they were talking about. Man, hey, USC took it to Utah. They did. They took it to them.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, USC always takes it to Utah. I mean, for some reason, Utah
They
doesn't
have their
know how
number.
good they are. Utah could be ranked number one, and USC is going to give them hell. I mean, it's just like Georgia and Kentucky. It doesn't matter. Kentucky can suck every game and lose by 30 points, and then they'll come in and beat Georgia by 20 points, and then they'll go back to their losing streak. But USC always plays Utah hard. They always have, and they probably always will. But I mean, I honestly did not see USC beating them like that, by no means. But what do you expect when you got a team that gets a bye week every other week? You prepare for everybody. I guess it's not as bad as Ohio State having a bye week for 2 months. They got bye. See, USC does bye weeks. Ohio State does bye months.
By months. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, the schedule was kind of cupcake-ish. But well, with that, well, before we move on to the NFL, real quick, Patrick, Baylor lost their starting quarterback. Do you think that will have an effect on Baylor or no? Seth Russell.
Well, it depends. Can the next quarterback throw it 60 yards for a Hail Mary?
Well, the thing is, with Baylor, they like to say it's kind of a plug and play system. So the quarterback who is behind Seth Russell, I guess, can throw the ball. So they say. I mean, I guess we'll have to see. Personally, I think Baylor is overhyped and overrated anyway. I mean, a lot of people seem to like them to actually be number one in the college football playoff. I don't see that. First of all, they haven't played anybody. Second of all, Baylor can't play defense. They still can't play defense. So I have to see that to believe that. But yeah, we'll see what happens with Baylor. They're about to get into the meat of this Big 12 schedule. We'll find out a lot about them.
Yeah, and that's what it boils down to. I mean, they say this is a plug and play system, but let's be honest. Excuse me. Let's be honest about any college system. Is any system really a plug and play system? You still got to know the plays. You still got to know the playbook. And with the new quarterback coming in, I don't know what he is. I think is he a true freshman? He's coming in as a true freshman, right? I can't remember. So now you're having to shorten the playbook for him. So instead of running 80 plays, you're probably going to run 35 or 40. So it's really not a plug and play system, no matter how much they say. Maybe for the rest of the other players, but for quarterback, it's never a plug and play system.
Well, all right. Well, let's move on to the NFL. Patrick, what were your takeaways from there?
I'll let you start with the NFL.
All right. Well,
because I want to hear what you got to say about it.
Nah, I mean, it wasn't really a whole bunch of. I mean, the Jets played the Patriots tough. I pretty much expected that because I felt like the Jets could give the Patriots a hard time, and they always give them a hard time. Um, Another game that caught my attention. I mean, there was a couple. I mean, the Eagles and Panthers turned out to be pretty good. Carolina held on with their defense, and they played kind of. They didn't really play like what we've been seeing Carolina play like, but they were able to hold on and beat Philly because, well, Sam Bradford is still not good. But
took the words right out of
Miami. Yeah. Miami was up on these dudes 41 to nothing.
41 nothing.
41 to nothing. Houston is a hot mess. I know I've said this on the show a few weeks ago, but it's even more so a hot mess now. Their defense was supposed to be the strength of the team. Not so much. This team is in total disarray. And look, this is coming from a 49ers fan. I know my team is in disarray too, but Houston's in disarray.
Dude, Houston, I get to use it. Now. Houston puts the S-U-C-K in suck. Every one of the letters, every one of them. Houston sucks. And like you said, they were supposed to be relying on their defense. Now Clowney comes in, he's a freaking clown. He can't do anything. And you got J.J. Watt's the only one that actually even playing football anymore. You know what I'm saying? And then now let's look at their quarterback system. Guess what? Tebow Mania. Tebow Mania coming to Houston. Watch. I'm calling. I ain't taking no bets though. Because I ain't betting on a Florida Gator no more. But Tebow Mania is gonna happen in Texas. And it's going to happen in Houston.
Yeah, that quarterback situation is a hot mess, man, because you have Brian Hoyer and then you cut Ryan Mallett because Ryan Mallett can't even make team flights. So he is one of the biggest whiny babies we've seen in a while. This dude pouts. He got beat out by Brian Hoyer for the starting job in training camp. He pouted, didn't miss the team meeting. Then he gets the starting job after week 1 because Brian Hoyer is garbage. So then he gets it back. He gets benched in the Colts game, and he's like crying again. The Houston is like scoring points, and Ryan Mallett's just over there like, this should have been my touchdown pass. So
Ryan Mallett, dude, is the only guy that I have ever seen that whines because he's whining. I don't understand. I don't even know how this is even possible. He whines because he's whining. You know what, Ryan Mallett? Pop your thumb out of your mouth and get on the bench. Get on the bench. Just get on the bench. Shut up. As a matter of fact, you know what? Don't even show up anymore. You are cut. Get out of there.
Hey, they cut him too. So yeah, he's already out of there. So
man, if I was head coach, dude, I would call him in. I would call a team meeting. Everybody would see him get cut. Why you gonna cut me in front of all my peers? Up yours, Ryan Mallett. Get out of here. Meeting dismissed.
Speaking of disarray, let's go to another team in the same division, the Indianapolis Colts, man. So now they're 3-4. That is good enough for first place in the AFC South because they play in the division with the Texans, the Jags, and the Tennessee Titans. But man, the Colts, they don't look good, Patrick. I mean, the offensive and defensive lines still a mess. This was a team that was supposed in some people's expectation, I mean to say, they were going to go to the Super Bowl. Doesn't look like that's going to happen, man. I mean, there's big issues with this team, and there could be changes coming up, not just with head coaching, but the front office too. The GM and owners not seeing eye to eye. It seems like it's a mess in the Indianapolis.
Yeah, man. It's all the way down. What did I say about it? About Houston, Texas? They needed to trade. Oh, they even needed to trade their water bottles. Trade everything.
No, you said that about the Oakland Raiders.
Yeah, that's what trade the water bottles. Get everybody out of there. Get everything. If it represents an Oakland Raider, get rid of it. But the Raiders are doing fine. So now let's take that comment and apply it to these two teams, Houston, Texas, and the Indianapolis Colts. Get rid of your water bottles because everybody sucks.
You're not gonna trade
water. They don't even squirt the water properly in their mouth. They're shooting them in the eye.
Patrick, you're not gonna trade Andrew Luck though, are you?
Hell no, I wouldn't trade Andrew Luck. But he needs a new line.
Yeah, yes, they definitely.
And a wide receiver, too, probably, and a running back, and a coach, and a GM, and somebody that owns the business, and a good water bottle to squirt him in the mouth instead of in the eye so he can see it.
So we're trading the water cooler
Yeah.
The water bottles, the benches. How about the cooling fans? The cooling fans that are gone too?
Do they disperse water?
No, but they're associated with the Colts. you know?
They own everything. If it's got a coat on it, get rid of it. Except for Andrew Luck. Keep Andrew Luck and build everything around him.
Well, Patrick, let's move on back down to college and let's talk about what has happened to the U. What has happened to what has happened to them? They got beat by Clemson. I guess we could have brought that up in our college review. They got beat by Clemson 58-0. Worst loss in school history. They fired the coach already. What has happened to this program?
Well, this program has been on a downhill slope for a couple of years now.
58-0 downward spiral.
Well, Charles, you got to hit ground. You got to hit ground zero. Jeez, you shouldn't. I mean, come on. You got to hit ground zero. You got to hit the rocks before you can make the change. And they hit the rocks. They went past the rocks, and they're chilling with freaking Satan right now. They went way past. This team. They needed to start with the head coach, and they probably need to start with who's over the head coach? I can't think of it.
Oh, in college, it would be the athletic director.
Athletic director. Okay. They probably even need to trade her or him or whoever's in the athletic director's position.
Hey. Trading is against the rules for NCAA.
Then fire his ass.
Remember, NCAA rules. You know how that goes.
Yeah. Well, get rid of him because he ain't doing nothing. He ain't doing anything right. Dude, you get beat 58-0. Unless you are like some team that's ranked 490th and you're playing somebody like Clemson or Alabama or LSU, and you just, I mean, like Georgia Southern. Nobody expects Georgia Southern to win a game. You can get beat 58-0. Here, coach, just go out there and we'll give you participation trophies. Hell, everybody's used to that anyway because we raise the pansy ass kids. Everybody's used to participation anyway. So yeah, if you're Georgia Southern, yeah, just go out there and just have a good time.
So Patrick,
Clemson in Miami, the
U is the mess.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, man. I don't know that whoever comes in there to take that head coaching job, they definitely have a lot of work to do. One thing about being down there in Miami is you can recruit. You do have a good pick of talent being down there in Florida. So talent-wise, Miami will still be there, but man, they need somebody who's going to come in there and just, I mean, they got to build some toughness. I mean, that team got ran over.
I mean, to get beat 58-0.
You gave up. You quit.
You gave up before that game even started.
Yeah.
They were tapping out at the coin toss.
I think they might have been still partying, Patrick. South Beach.
Oh, they are in Miami. Yeah. They tapped out Friday night after classes when everybody's drunk.
Right.
Beer pong.
Oh, hey, speaking of parties, let's get down with this Louisville basketball scandal. So what we got here, Patrick? So we talking about strippers, escorts, sex, paid sex. We got what's going on here.
Hey, let's go to Louisville.
Look, man, this is crazy. All right, this is crazy. So this is an ESPN Outside the Lines report, and apparently they talked to this woman, Katita Powell. Apparently, this is the woman who was helping to set up these parties on the campus now of Louisville. So, I mean, it's crazy because here she is. I think she was 42 years old. Her daughters.
Oh, no wonder.
Yeah,
her 42 years old. She already has her career. She has hit.
Her daughter.
She's ready. She's ready, Charles. She's ready.
Her daughters were 22, 24 years old, I guess. Now,
pimping them out too.
Yeah, dude, man. I mean, it's crazy.
Right here.
But it's crazy.
She needs money on the side.
Because here's the thing, Patrick. They had these recruits here with their guardians. And this is according to the investigation from outside the lines. They had these recruits with their guardians. The woman, Katita, was taking care of the guardians, while the daughters, I guess, was having sex with some of the recruits. The guy who was apparently hand in hand organizing this, his name's Andre McGee. He was a graduate assistant for Louisville, but apparently he was helping arrange these parties. They have some evidence on him, wired receipts for him sending the money. And he went to the University of Missouri in Kansas City to be an assistant coach. He resigned from being an assistant coach amid these allegations. And apparently he was throwing money back to Louisville 3 months after he was there to help with these parties. So what a mess. What?
Look, the only thing that was missing was Lisa Ann.
Lisa Ann, fantasy football extraordinaire. You know,
star. Get that part.
But Patrick, man, this is crazy. Now, if you're Rick Pitino, what happens with him? Now, he had already said he is not stepping down. Will he have to be forced out under all this? And because the thing is, we always want to hold players accountable. When our coach is going to get held accountable.
Well, from what look, everything that I've read about this, man, like you said, man, he is denying. He's not stepping down. This man is going to have to be forced out. I mean, I hate bringing this back up, but you saw what happened at Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
That guy had to be forced out. I can't even remember his name right now.
Yeah, Joe Paterno, man. Yeah, they had to clean house.
They forced him out. I mean, he wasn't. That man was up there for 95, 96 years, and they finally pushed him out. And honestly, I think football was the only thing that's keeping him alive. But now we got Louisville doing all this stuff. All right, look, let's be honest. Let's be blunt about the whole thing. All right, every school does it. Every one of them. Louisville just has people from Missouri funding it. So Louisville is actually they're smart about it.
So yeah,
out of their pocket. Well, it is, but I mean, most of it's coming from Missouri. Missouri's like, well, why ain't we got hoes up here?
So
we're gonna send them all to Louisville, so because they need to compete with Kentucky.
So bring strippers and escorts. And yeah, man, I'll go to Louisville if that's part of the status quo. Is that what's going on here, Patrick?
Yeah, that's exactly what I hear. That's exactly what I heard. That's status quo now. That's status quo. Look, put that status quo at the U, and
well, look the U. Especially them years when they was wedded. And I'm sure there was a few stripper shows going on. I'm sure there was a few Luke's Freak Fests going on.
Honestly, man, the U is probably selling them all the cocaine to Louisville.
You're so terrible. well, Patrick. I know we will definitely revisit that subject because that's going to get juicier as more details come out. But we will wrap up this Breath of Pressure webcast, and we plan on being back later on in the week. So again, man, just tell us what you like, tell us the comments, give us feedback. We love the feedback. So please give us some feedback. You have anything else you want to add, Patrick?
Just hit us up on the Twitter handles. Mine's at The Freshness. Charles is at Breath of Fresh A6. That one's a hard one to remember. You need to get something like The Freshness. You know what I'm saying? Get a real Twitter handle. Hit us up on Instagram, hit us up on Facebook.
The preciousness is something you just gotta create it yourself, and you was looking for added-liciousness.
I couldn't get what I wanted, so I had to settle for second best, man.
Gotcha.
But yeah, hit us up on YouTube, post some comments on there. Let us know what you like, let us know what you don't like, so we can have something to post back. And be ready because the NBA season has started. We just did a webcast on that, so check that out. And be ready, Twitter fans, because the LeBron hate train is well on track, baby. Choo choo, here it comes. So be ready, because I'm going to post all kinds of hateful stuff about him. I'm going to shut down the servers. LeBron James can suck it.
Bringing the energy just like Patrick can, or only Patrick can. Well, on that note, you guys take it easy, and we will talk later on in the week. Take care.